Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us, we have the Gelielim RX-1500BT. It's an AM, FM, Bluetooth, MP3 Player, Shortwave portable radio. You can currently find this selling for $18 retail at Amazon USA, though it does go on sale quite often. I got mine as low as $15.99 on Prime days. So if you're looking for this radio and you want a deal, maybe wait for Prime days or towards the holidays. So cool radio. We'll talk a little bit about this company and why I like it so much. So yeah, here's the box it comes in. Gelielim, awesome. FM, AM, shortwave, multi-band radio. Bluetooth speaker, sweet. Model number, we got some bullet points here. Rockin', go over all that. Image of the radio. Super bass. I'll tell you what, they're not joking. This thing has a lot of bass for its size. Hopefully that'll come over well in the video. And the box is pretty plain Jane, I think. What, Chinese on that side? Okay, you got English on this side. Yeah, there you are. For pertinence, in case I missed something. And the back side is just Chinese. Ding, 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 ding. Chilean. Reminder. Okay, so US. All right, US version. It's good to know. All right, so get rid of the box. In the box, we get to start a show. A little retro radio. Yeah, the RX-1500BT. We'll call it the 1500 for short. There we are. Okay, what else we get in the box? We get a carry lanyard, which I'll be using. Yes, this is going to become a 30-day challenge radio if it hasn't already. Hopefully this review will air before I start the challenge. I take a radio like this and I use it for 30 days straight for AM, FM, and shortwave that it receives. And that's all I use. And it's a fun challenge. I enjoy it. And if I focus on one radio, and I'm going to show you two others that I did, and made by the same company, believe it or not. So, yeah, let's go ahead and show you what else we get in the box. We get a charging cable, USB to USB-C. Yes, future technology. Awesome. On a retro radio. I love it. And then we have the operating instructions. Now, this is kind of like a huge piece of paper. Let's see if we can't do this. All right, so operating instructions. We got a little image of the radio and what they all mean. That helps you at all. I don't know if I get it all on the one screen there. Yeah, I can. Okay, cool. Over here, we got the operating methods of various functions. Say that 5 times fast. Okay, radio. You got Bluetooth, MP3 function. Nice. There you go, in case you don't know what's going on. Flipping this over, continuing with that Bluetooth mode. It does support TWS, which is pretty nice. That's how you do it right there. It's got a PC mode if you have a USB data cable. You plug it in and it'll become your speaker for your small computer setup if you don't have a external speaker hooked up to it. Nice. Charging, batteries. It runs an 18650. Proud of that. Nice. It's one of its big selling points, which I love. There's what its frequency range is right there. Some more technical parameters. And I think we're pretty much done. We get some after sales service and some FCC warning statement. There you go. Follow those, obey them, or they'll take away your radio. All right, we're done with that. Okay, let's get to the radio itself. I'm going to zoom on down a little bit. Why not? It's a compact little guy. Let's go over dimensions, and then we'll do a size comparison. So for length, we have 5.5 inches. For height, we have 3 5/8 of an inch. And for depth, from the front knob to the back is 2 1/4 inches. Loving that wood grain. Like I said, it's really compact. Fits in the hand really well. I was going to do a 30-day challenge with a different radio. The thing was a monster, and it didn't tune as good as this does. So I'm really happy with this one. So I haven't even got into it yet. Let's do size comparison now. I'm going to show you some fun radios that I used in the past by the same company. Just different names, different labels. So just so you know, the Gelielim brand, the Gelielim. I know I'm saying it wrong, whatever. This brand is made by Golan, or Colon, but with a G. And they make this one, and they make the Keni, and they make the Prunus J150BTS, which we're going to show you. So here's the Keni, rock and roll. Yeah, this is the rebranded RX-BT 168S. They had an older one. They just modernized it a little bit. But there you go. A lot of people like this radio. And I think it uses a similar speaker baffle system. Try to say that 5 times fast. So yeah, right here you can see the size of the speaker. Pretty neat. Different tuning styles. It's kind of more modernistic. This is more retro. And yeah, but maybe the same company. Keni, Gelielim, they're made by Gelielim. Love saying that. And of course our Prunus J150 BTS is my fave. I love the audio in this thing, but this little dude hammers comparatively to this. This has more bass. It's amazing. And this is like way more shallow. Like, let's show you this, the thickness difference between the 150 BTS. See, I carried this for a month, and I carried it outside. Walking around the neighborhood, you know. It's a chick magnet, yeah. But this thing is way cooler looking. But yeah, you get the idea, right? Okay, cool. Let's do the normals, you know. CC Pocket in the house. It's 11:54 p.m. Central Daylight Time. I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA. For the sake of any band scans, it's towards the end of July. It's 2025. Now, yeah, it's getting close to coast time. I'm gonna get into this thing, get it going, and demo AM band quickly, and then we'll go to FM and shortwave. So, hey, show you some fun things. But there you go, CC Pocket, and yeah, CC Skywave, which we won't be using for frequency checking. We'll just go spin the dial fast. But there you go for size, about the same size. And then if you don't have that, of course, you know, everybody's waiting for the illustrious Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He can spin it like no one can. He loves his cheap Chinese radios from Gelielim land. Yeah, I don't even know how to say that word, but yeah, Gelielim RX-1500BT. Sweet. But anyway, it's a deck of cards. Give you an idea. Iron Man approved. Okay. Well, I don't think he talks like that, but yeah. Gonna bring it back down. We're going over features of this bad boy. What you get for your $18 or less. I mean, yeah, you shouldn't spend more than $20 in this thing. Yeah, you get a decent little radio. So you get that wood grain treatment, which has a gloss to it. I like that. It looks so awesome. That's actually a lot of fun. I dig that. It looks cool in gloss. It's kind of boring in this like matte finish. I like the gloss better. It looks like a real wood, like a Burl or something, veneer. It goes around the radio, except the bottom, of course, that you don't see. That makes sense, right? Hey, it's pass controlled. All right. So yeah, the front has like a bronze treatment. That's awesome. It's got this high chrome around the speaker there. Yeah, so going to the front there, we have about a 2-inch speaker that just hammers, which you're going to hear in a second. Our volume on-off control. I think we're in Bluetooth mode. You can hear the Bluetooth kick in. Let's turn that on.
Waiting for pairing.
Okay, your typical Chinese girl. All right, and then we have your tuning knob. Pretty basic stuff, right? Let's tune it up. Oh wait, this is in the wrong spot. There we go. Tune it up. You gotta look where the arrow's at. It's fun. But yeah, it goes all the way around. You get the idea, right? Very quick. I like this rotary style. And it's very accurate. And it's easy to tune, believe it or not. I like it. You can set it pretty quick to where you want it. You're gonna find your station. Selective. Here we have some buttons. Your typical Bluetooth MP3 buttons. So you got a backtrack, forward track, rewind, fast forward, pause, play. This is your TWS function. If you have two of the same radio, you take and you hold it simultaneously for a couple seconds while it's on Bluetooth, and one will become right channel and one will become left channel. You have stereo playback. It's so cool. How novel is that? It's on most of these things, I guess. It's on most Bluetooth speakers, but TWS system is pretty cool. Nice to have it on here. I'd rather have that than anything else. Yeah. Sure. But anyway, here's your dial. It's not lit up. Unfortunately, missed opportunity there. I will talk about that again, sure. But there's your FM band, 88 to 108 on the top ring. Middle ring, it says 530 to 1710. Good to see it's 10 kilohertz stepped. Yes. Awesome. In shortwave, it says 5.9 to 18, which it is. But it also has a hidden band in here, which we'll talk about. Right inside the radio, USB-C input. We have a charge LED status, so it's red when it's charging. It goes off when it's complete. It does. Don't trust me. It goes off. You can use a 5 volt 1 amp, 5 volt 2 amp, 5 volt 3 amp charger, whatever you got. It'll work because it throttles it because it has a circuit that's built in that throttles it to 300 milliamp charge rate, which is great. So if you change the battery to a different type, you know it's charging it at a nice slow rate, and you don't have to worry about blowing up your battery. So good to see that as well. A lot of these inexpensive radios, you'll plug it in and it'll charge like an amp, amp and a half. That's too fast for most batteries. This does a good job. They say 4 to 6 hours to charge the battery. It's about right for its capacity they give you. Micro SD card slot, I'm going to say it supports up to 32 gigabytes, FAT32. Same with the USB thumb drive support. So you got those two going on. Only issue I have is when you plug in your micro SD card, it sticks out. It's so annoying. That is annoying. Well, we'll be using it. If it doesn't work, I like these low profile USB drives, and you can plug that in. And I'm not worried about that sticking out because you're not going to break that. But this little thing, you might snap off. See why I'd prefer the USB one? But, and the micro's there, so we'll leave it in there because we're going to demo it. Top of the radio, we have the band select switch. It says Shortwave AM FM music. Now the cool thing is it has a hidden switch here. So if you go to Shortwave and you got AM right here, in between that selection is the hidden band, which is it starts at 3.2 megahertz. And I think it goes to 8 because I was doing it during the day and I could not get 9 because there was some broadcasting on 9.33 megahertz. WBCQ out of Maine, I heard it, and I was trying to get it with the secret band, and it didn't quite get it. It would get the lower part, but not quite to 9. So I think it's 8 megahertz. And what you do is you go in between the AM and FM, or sorry, AM and shortwave. So you try to get it like in between, like that. Not quite to AM, not quite to shortwave. There's the AM, there's shortwave, and you try to go right in between like that without clicking it, and you'll get it. And we'll try to do that in the video. Our antenna, you know, the only thing it lacks is a good antenna. Now, it receives really good, and you're going to get to hear that. And you can use a wire. I recommend clipping like a Kato T1, which we're going to do. This extends up to 12 inches. Not super fan, and it doesn't swivel 360. It just goes up and down, but it does allow you to go up and down, which is good instead of straight up. But yeah, I was surprised how good it did with just this little antenna. Going to the back of the radio, we got the tag. Gelielim RX-1500BT, and then again, stuff going on. Runs like 18650. Got a spot for the lanyard there. Awesome. 4 screws, looks like, to get into the radio. Yeah, maybe one behind the battery here. So yeah, the battery compartment, you can see it's got open. You flip it open, there's your battery. So it's replaceable, yeah. So it's 18650 for 1200 milliamp hour, I can read. Unprotected button top. So if you got some unprotected button tops, it'll work. If you look here at this radio, you can see that it's got a positive terminal that's pretty wide and shallow connectors there. That is a candidate for modding. When I say modding, you have to be really good with your stuff. So you gotta open up the radio. I would open it up to be safe. And then you can ever so slightly bend that positive terminal forward so you can run flat tops. And that's what I'm going to do for the 30-day challenge. Not for this video, but yeah, and I'm going to run flat tops. So I get 2500 milliamps, so I get double the capacity, double my runtime. And I got a bunch of these, like $1 a piece at one time, and I got a bunch of these for 33 cents. I reclaimed some LG cells. These are great. These are 2500s as well. So yeah, I like those. So flat tops are possible if you feel inclined and you're good with your things. If you don't think you can open it up and not break anything, then don't open this up. But if you're comfortable with electronics, and if you break something, you can fix it, then by all means, have fun. But no, positive is to the right-hand side when viewing the radio from the back. Okay, so that's cool. Snap that back in place. I love the replaceable battery setup. Great. All right, so quick, we'll go over reception, have some fun. Demo this bad boy. So reception report on all 3 bands. FM reception, fair, okay, good, very good, excellent, 5-tier method. It scored a solid 3-star rating. On sensitivity, I found 63 stations, which puts it solidly in the good category. 3. That's for DSP radio, that's great, especially for that little antenna, 12-inch antenna. Rock on. Shortwave, it did average, 6 to 7 stations found. That's about my average right now for the area, so fantastic. Now, where it shines is the medium wave as well. Now, medium wave during the day was fantastic. Great on locals and semi-locals, and distance stations were possible. Actually, I was listening to WMT Cedar Rapids, Iowa during the day, 175 miles away, without any help, and I couldn't believe I tuned it in. So this radio can tune in distance stations. A little help with a passive loop, but yeah, I was amazed by that. Selectivity can be a little iffy at times. You have to go back and forth. Typical of DSP, you might pass it up, or the tuner might lock on a stronger station. Just point the radio at that station and do it again, and then sometimes help it with a passive loop, put the gain to where that area is at, and you'll get that station. It'll pop in. So I love it. All right, great. So let's go ahead. I think I told you the 3. Here's the current time. Oh no, it's getting close to George Noria's time. We're going to just, you know what? We're going to go to the AM band. Then we're going to demo the audio. So let's go right to the AM band because we got to get in there before Coast to Coast destroys the band. So we're going to go ahead and start at the bottom of the band for the AM. Turn it on. We're in radio. You can hear the static. All right, let's turn to some stations here.
That's a fact. Subscribe today on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Rumble, or at Salem Podcast.
75.org. The special alert during this window replacement season.
560.
The stoppers and gimmicky ads.
WIND, Chicago.
And feel the difference of high-performance windows from Valdecast.
When it's time to consider new windows,
they have the ability to improve this club. It's just, where do you want to do that? You sure don't want to lose 1-0 games, that's for sure.
620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, to the north.
An experienced,
optimistic.
Nobody's gotta worry about nothing. Don't go.
Country music on 650, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles south. I knew I'd pick that up. It's pointing pretty much dead on to 650.
It was the Houston Gamblers, but then they took the XFL branding Houston Roughnecks, which is kind of confusing, and then the Memphis Showboat. So there's
670 the score, WCR Chicago.
a report came out tonight saying that
Welcome to the show from the Uniden America Studios.
I think it's a 700 WLW.
Radio.
Hello and welcome to
Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles east.
I'm Eric Harmon with the You got a Wednesday, Gary.
WGN Radio.
Is that knee, hip, or shoulder pain getting worse despite cycle
Here's 720 WGN, Chicago.
surgery now? Before you go there, hit pause. I'm John Williams. Here's something that
A little crackling is from some storms in the area. Yeah, definitely some thunderstorms activity in July. This is Zoomer Radio, CFCM, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles to the northeast.
And they were backstage and everybody was, coming up to him, shaking his hand and everything else.
I believe this is either 750 or 760.
She said to me, he doesn't look right.
Yeah, this is 760 WGR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles to the east.
Self had said that not too long ago. He said,
Back to Andy. Most people go into retirement thinking that they're going to live kind of the same lifestyle
780 WBBM News Radio, Chicago.
retirement. And what we find is that people often shift over time. Like I
Jackson carry. That ball's headed for the wall, and it's off the wall. Correa had to wait. The ball bounces back.
the U.S. has reached a trade agreement with
Coast to coast. What? Dang it.
99%
About 840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky.
pretty big deals there. A New York man is facing federal charges.
Here's 860 CJBC, Toronto, Ontario.
His football podcast says this is the attention Jones designed. Came down and said, Gary, you get to win the next 3 Super Bowls. You get to have the exact same early 90s.
So here's 880. I think it's where the storms are, either from the southwest or northeast. This is northeast. So it's using the internal antenna, by the way. There's an internal ferrite rod, probably at the bottom of the radio. That's usually where they put them on these. And yeah, they usually use a pretty long one. This one's probably got like close to 3-inch in there, I'll bet. It comes in really good. It's really sensitive on the medium wave. You will like it. This is New York, New York. 750 miles to the northeast. WHSQ on 880.
organization needs a little more meat. ESPN Intel Insider Adam Schefter joined ESPN Radio's own Sportsmanlike and brought up Bonham and Bailey.
Fading.
Part of the show, he looked
A little pop of lightning.
one of the great. He's one of the.
media, they are aware what the people around the world are eating.
Franchise, being relevant, being topical.
So they got one with CBW. That's pretty cool.
Now, Parsons
This is local WMVP Chicago 1000. As you can see, it's staying pretty good on frequency. It's pointing right at 1000.
Joe, he isn't present for training camp with.
That's when everyone, usually goes on their vacations and are usually.
Here's KDKA Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm going to spin up to the top of the dial. Then we're going to go do a music demo. And then we're going to go to FM and shortwave. Yeah.
this is very sad news. Okay, I know you posted about this on your story.
Commonwealth Advisory Group now at 1-800-70.
Very volatile period. At large right now.
But auto mourn like auto look. Some of you may be happening on not really that. Yeah, let me write that down. Crazy. Many potential. Now, when Emerson voice is not present, then all this happens.
Ozzy Osbourne after the rock.
The Cubs game, Chicago Cubs game. Yeah, singing. Well.
I think this is 1530 WCKY, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
Really wasn't a singer, he was a vocalist. And
The Trey Hendrickson thing had completely taken any of the goodwill away from it, and the Shamar Stewart thing
I think this is 1540 KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles to the west.
came to put you right back in the same conversation you
for the from his recordings back then.
Okay, I think that's 1610 CHHA, Toronto, Ontario. And that's where it's pointing. That's about right, close enough.
Guarantees, and if you're not available,
Okay, so Hispanic music in 1700, KKLF, Richardson, Texas, 790 miles southwest. So yeah, it's a sweetheart, a medium wave. You're going to like it. During the day and evening, this is fantastic. So rock on, it's demo time, right? So we're going to go ahead. Yeah, that was 1700. Yep, top of the dial. All right, cool. That's accurate as heck. I'm happy with that. So let's go ahead and turn that off. I'm going to go ahead and see if the SD card is going to be a work. And then if it doesn't, we'll put the USB thumb drive in. Okay, so let's go ahead. Switch it over to MP3 mode. Right on top there. Music, it says. All right. Yeah, if it's inserted, it'll automatically default to that. So let's go ahead.
Waiting for pairing.
Yeah, that's what I thought would happen. So sometimes, I noticed with mine, I don't know if it's, I think it's my SD card maybe. Yeah, that it wasn't picking it up.
Waiting for pairing.
Yeah, okay. So we're just going to go right to the thumb drive. Let's do that. Okay. Yeah, let's do that one.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
So you get the idea there. It's rocking. I got some old-time radio we're going to hit real quick. But the MP3 player, remember, is current track only, not position within the track. So if you're wondering, if you turn it off, turn it back on, it's okay for small files, but longer files, you're going to have to fast forward to where you were at, unfortunately. So I'll be plugging in 3-4 hour files, and you're not going to be happy. Unfortunately, it's meant for shorter files. But let's go ahead and the old-time radio.
The Johnson's Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly.
Fast forward.
Maybe we're knocked over so many times it ducks whenever we come into the room. Now, I've been thinking that if we have the walls painted a dusty
You said it, kiddo. That floor lamp is a nuisance.
It used to have 3 speeds.
Yeah, I know. Dim, flicker, and out. Let's get rid of it.
Fine, that's a good start. Now, I was thinking...
You were thinking. What do you think I've been doing?
So there you go, some old-time radio. Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and just turn that off, go up here, and we're just going to switch over to shortwave. Yeah, we're going to show you that shortwave segment in a second. We're going to do the normal, and then we'll go to the hidden section. So yeah, that'll be interesting. So first, we'll just clip this on. It's our Kato T1 wire. It gives me some reception to the outdoors a little bit, or close to the outdoors, to the window blinds. I'm in a subfloor basement, so I need that. So we'll leave that on for the shortwave and the, let's put on a thicker segment. We'll leave this on for the FM as well. It does a good job. So snap that on there, retract it. That's all you need. Yep, your wire does the rest. Okay, so let's turn this on. Go to the bottom of the shortwave band. We're 5.9 megahertz. Oh, wait. Duh. I was wondering what was going on. All right, let's start over again.
You would know my counsel.
Look where it's pointed. You can't see that through the little camera, you know. I'm looking through a little, like, viewer. So there it is. It's pointing at 5.9. There's definitely a frequency. I was like, where's the station? There it is.
Schedule going to you just watch it. Okay? Well, I will. Not only am I watching it, which doesn't matter, but the one that's going to do it, watching it. And of course, I know you care.
Meditate. Psalm 24, verse 7. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be ye lift up, ye everlasting doors.
That's Canada on 6.07 megahertz. I think that's Cuba. Fast CW there. You can't really tune it in. There's no BFO on this radio, but yeah, it's some single sideband action there on 40 meters. This is a station. I think this is 9.330 WBCQ out of Maine.
3. Yes. Let none that wait on thee be ashamed. Let them be ashamed which transgress without.
So that's we got I think it's Fort Collins, Colorado, time signal WWV on 10 megahertz. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is look for the hidden segment, and then we'll go FM, and then we'll do our final thoughts. So it's going to go a little longer, this video, but hey, it's a lot of fun. You get to see what this thing can do. It's always a rock and roll thing. So what I want to do is, it's just the speaker going on and off. It doesn't hurt anything. So we're going to go ahead and go to the bottom of the band, where we heard them talking. And now, we're going to get our hidden segment.
Therefore shall you flee. We will ride up on the cliff. Therefore they that trust.
AM.
1,000 shall flee.
It's a little tricky, but we'll get it. There it is. So we're starting at, I think, 3.2 megahertz. So this is a time signal for 3.330 megahertz. That's pretty awesome. So now we're in the hidden segment zone. That's what it looks like on the band select. It's like it's notched just ever so slightly from the left-hand side. See that? It's not quite on shortwave. It's not quite on AM. It's in between. Yeah. And this is cool because I can pick up my 4840 now, which is country radio or Christian radio, however you want to call it. But WWCR out of Tennessee. Yeah, 80 meter hams. Can't hover on the app of 4.84 megahertz. Awesome. WWCR. You can pick it up on this radio, which is fantastic, even though it starts at 5.9 officially with this hidden band segment trick. It rocks and it's beautiful. So I love it.
With your kisses.
At the tone, 5 hours, 26 minutes, coordinated universal time.
A better signal on 5 megahertz for WWV, Fort Collins, Colorado. So 5 megahertz puts you right there, just on the one on the numeral 12. Cool. I'm liking this. We are getting that lightning strikes here. That's Cuba, about 1,700 miles away. That is Radio Rebelde on 5.025 megahertz.
the test in accordance with...
I want to say it's, I don't know where this is at, 5.8 maybe? Where you just don't get it at the 5.9 level?
Nearly 7,000 times in the Testament, in the Psalms, the Proverbs, and the Prophets.
Be under authority. We should be paying attention to what was there.
So this is 5.9 over here, up here on the hidden segment. Isn't that cool? So I think it goes to 8 megahertz because, yeah, that's right. I wasn't able to get WBCQ at all.
And of course, what usually happens,
The expressions of the Godhead. We are perfecting ourselves in... Move along, ladies and gentlemen. And responsibility. 4 is the number.
So we're here in the same stations. This is around 6 megahertz. Give you an idea. Let's go to the top of this band, then go to FM. Cuba around 6.1 megahertz.
En este momento le presentamos el disco.
Meter band. Okay, there you go. Cool. Let's go to FM and we'll do final thoughts on this bad boy. So FM sounds good on here. Like I said, I love it. Bottom of the band, we're going to look at this pointer so we know where we're at. Awesome. All right, turning it up. Rock and roll, and then we'll just do final thoughts. It's going to get past 40 minutes, but whatever. Won't quite tune that in. It's 87.75, so don't worry about that. That's just the station.
Partnership is the real issue that made itself a partner with Paul. In fact, he mentioned them 3 times for their fate. King, our free mass guide booklet. I hope you follow along.
Nothing that you can't redeem.
Of Pittsburgh, and they immigrated from
money to the IRS.
Now, and get some threads ready for dancing at Gillette Stadium. Open our app to enter and for full rules.
Didn't know till we walked in, it was karaoke. Me in LA, I heard I'll be so.
So the accuracy on the FM's a little off. I think this is 101 right now. G101.
I see the crystal. It's a no-class beat-down fool, and I will always. Here it comes, so get ready. Butterfly, that's all. Let me see it too. These hearts to cry to.
August 1st. Now I'm hearing August 15th and August 20th. So I think that they're smart enough to know. But if they...
All right, cool. There it is. We're done. It's like so much time, but it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. So there we are. Radio is off. Antenna's retracted. Yeah, it's looking pretty sweet, man. I'm loving it. So runtime you can expect. I forgot to mention it on the battery. You can get about 15-20 hours because the average draw rate's around 50 to 70 milliamps while running FM at moderate volume. So something to keep in mind if you're running your radio quite often. The stock battery will do fairly well for you. It's not a bad thing. So overall impressions. Yeah. What do I like about the 1500 BT? Well, there's quite a lot of things to like about it. Compact size, the retro looks, low cost. It's under 20 bucks. I mean, great speaker audio. You know, that's fantastic. I'm really enjoying that. Bluetooth MP3 player, you know, it's little bonuses and nice to have because I'll be using that with my 30-day challenge for sure. The Replaceable is 18650 where I'm going to mod it and chuck this in there like I did with the Keni here. Did the same thing here. This has a removable thing. Side there, and I bent a little tab out. There's what I did. I can show you that little mod. Like I said, it's the same manufacturer. They use the same exact terminal setup. So I just ever so slightly bent that forward so it can make contact with the flat top. Yeah, so just make sure you're putting it in the right way. Negative to negative, positive where positive is supposed to go. And it works. And that's what I'm going to do with this radio. So yeah, loving that. That's a big like for me, is the ability to do that. I'm going to definitely, because I'm going to increase my capacity right away for the challenge. It'll be nice. But hey, I'm comfortable if I break something, I can rebuild it or do something to get it to work again. But yeah, I like the fact that it's replaceable 18650, and you know, if you can find unprotected button tops everywhere, so you shouldn't have a problem. Like I said, low cost, it's great. The solid reception, all three bands, you heard it. Amazing. Hidden segment, too. Being able to tune all the way down to 3.2 megahertz and then have that spread from 3.2 to 8 now. So that's key right there, because right here you got 5.9 to 9. You get that little area to play with. On the hidden one, you got this entire area on the dial. So 3.2 all the way over here to 8 megahertz. That's nice if you're tuning low on the band at night. You're going to like this radio on shortwave if you can get that in between switch strict to work. Fantastic. I was loving that. So yeah, overall awesome on that. Now, what do I want or I dislike about the radio? Well, it needs a headphone jack. These radio, they just don't come with headphone jacks, and that's a missed opportunity. A lot of people do want headphone jacks, so if they could add one, fantastic in the future. A lit dial, I mentioned that at the beginning of the video. They really missed an opportunity there as well. That looked awesome with some kind of some kind of white or amber, probably amber. Just the numerals would light up at night. And then maybe something to do with like a pointer here, so you know where you're pointing it. But anyway, that'd have been cool if it was a lit dial. Longer antenna for sure, and the ability to swivel. I would really enjoy that because you heard how good the reception was, and it did pretty well on just that whip only for that test. So imagine if it had an 18-inch antenna or a 24-inch antenna. It'd be fantastic, especially on shortwave as well. So yeah, longer antenna. That's about it. It's my only gripes. Overall, what do you think? It gets a recommended buy. It's a winner all day long. I love this thing. 1500 BT, rocking the house. I'm done. Like the video, like the radio. 2, if you like the brand. Hit subscribe to the bell icon. Get notified of future reviews from this company and others like it. Go on. Pretty much makes, like I mentioned, a few radios. And of course, 3, comment down below what you think about this one. Are you picking it up? Are you going to join me in a 30-day challenge or do a 30-day challenge with this radio on your own? If you don't catch up with me, that's fine. Start your own. Let me know. 30-day challenges are a lot of fun. I enjoy them. But write down below what you think about this radio if it appeals to you. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in my next awesome video.